What are we doing today, Ted?
Heading to the archery shop, get your bow set up. Gotta get a few modifications to mine as well. My D-loop's wearing out and I'm gonna put a different sight on it. So we got some stuff to figure out. Alright, let's go.
Dean, afraid of no snow. Not in those four-wheel drive moccasins.
Elk boots too, in case we get stuck.
We ain't gonna get stuck. I got a feed.
Gotta get your feed before we go sight this bow in.
Thank you for choosing McDonald's. Go ahead and order when you're ready.
Go ahead. I'll tell you number 4.
Can I get a number 4 with a Powerade?
We do not have Powerade.
Unreal. High C.
A high C, maybe?
Alright, anything else?
Apple slices and regular hamburger.
And is that all today?
That'll do it. Trying to get a little bit of health out of this.
Yes.
Out of this heart attack. Thank you.
You got her.
Boy, they really skimped on this bag. It's the most meager, pitiful little bag of apple slices I've ever seen.
It's for the Happy Meals for your kids.
And for grown-ups that want apples. Back at our favorite place, Ted.
Yep.
Archery Field and Sports. Get a little work done today. Gotta get this new bow set up. Well guys, we're back up here at Archery Field and Sports once again. Fellas up here are gonna help me get my new bow set up today. I just got one of the Bear Whitetail Legends and I shot the Paradox last fall, had good luck with it, but I like this Legend. It's a little bit lighter and it's a shorter axle-to-axle bow than that Paradox, so I'm getting it switched over. Ted's got some work he's got to get done on his bow. Once Nick's done serving this peep in, we're gonna tune it, see how these puppies fly out of there. See if we can get her squared away so we can go shoot some pigs here in the next couple weeks maybe. That's still up in the air, but that's one thing that we're trying to get planned right now for the next month, because we really want to go down there and shoot a few pigs. Boy, man, that's fun.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should put this thing on there. That's 150 grain point in the arrow. That's 300, I think. That's what Nick thought it was.
I'll get some penetration.
Yeah, that's out there on the extreme end of the spectrum, folks. Hey, I'm out of shape.
Doesn't make me look too bad.
Pretty dang close.
That is pretty close. Just a little
Okay, so what's that mean?
So, it's meaning we're going to shoot another one from a little bit further back.
Okay.
Get a little bit more of a tear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Feels good. See what this one's got.
Yep. Just a little bit tail right.
A little bit tail right. What are you gonna do to fix that?
Bump the rest out just a little.
So this is gonna be a pretty easy job, you think?
We're going to find out. Should be. Okay. Now we got tail left. Move it back in.
Split the difference, huh?
Went too far.
You're getting a bite.
Archery Field and Sports.
First time shooting 4-fletch. My arrows last year, I had the same arrows that I was shooting a good bit. These Apollos, 250 spines. And I was shooting 3-fletch at the time, but Ranch sent me some of these babies with 4-fletch on them. He said to try this out, see how they work. Pretty close?
Pretty close. Get a little better.
Whew. It's even better.
Yep. Yeah, there it is.
That's the one. There,
is
friend. That's what you want.
She's a beaut.
Perfect. What'd that take us, Nick? 4 shots? 5
Something
shots?
like that.
What'd you do?
Messed with cam timing, cam lean, rest height, pretty much everything.
Just lots of little adjustments, or any big
Bunch
adjustments?
of just little adjustments.
Gotcha.
Made it cooperate.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's the same arrow that I shot last year. Same weight and everything. Saves me a lot of headache.
Yep.
That's a log there, Ted.
You bet.
Let's try that. Probably could have picked a better spot.
It's well,
Shooting your burst through there or what?
yeah.
Shot too close to one of the other holes. Woo! Look at that.
That'll work.
That's perfect. That was with a 200 grain point. I just shot a 150 grain point through it, which is what I shot last year. I just wanted to see if that bow would shoot multiple weights, because that Paradox last year, I could shoot 125s, I could shoot 150s, I could shoot 200s out of it.
Self-tuning.
Yeah. Your string looks a little worse for the wear there, Ted.
Mm-hmm. Everybody says that.
Gonna use any wax on it at some point?
Yeah, I put it on there once in a while.
Put wax on about every 5 deer. Or
Let me see your loop there. That's what would you call that, Nick? A safety hazard?
if you have really good dental insurance, you can run them like this, but if you don't, you probably shouldn't. That's bad.
The whole bow is kind of a safety hazard.
You don't have any bowstring wax. What's a good substitute?
Wax. This. Right here. Get string snot.
There you go.
That looks better.
Loosen that. This bottom one turned into your pendulum sight. You loosen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'll be darned.
So it was like 20, 30, 40, you know, and the other one was like 55 or something like that, depending on what you had. So.
Cool. What kind of sight is that?
Uncle Paul's.
Uncle Paul's.
Got your new sight.
Sight
Yeah,
pins are-
throw that baby on.
Sight pins have come a long way in 20
Yes,
years.
they
Huh?
have.
Throw that in your collection over there.
Yep.
It's a relic.
Real quick, a lot of you guys asked what setups that we're shooting. I'll just go ahead and run through mine. It's not much different than last year, other than I'm shooting a different bow. This Whitetail Legend is new for this season. It's got a little bit smaller single cam system on it than the Paradox did that I shot last year. It reminds me a lot of your bow, honestly. The Bear,
real similar.
yeah, the Bear species. It looks a lot like it, except I think this brace height on this bow might be a little bit shorter than the species. I'm shooting the same Trophy Ridge Sync MD rest that I had last year, and the hot wire sight. I've shot this sight now for a couple years, this exact sight. As you can tell, I got some Gorilla Glue up there where I lost the screws on it when I was messing with it one day. They fell in the grass and I never found them again. So I'm still shooting a lot of the same accessories on this thing, but I like it because it's a good bit lighter than that Paradox. And that was one thing I noticed that I wanted to change this year when I was on my elk hunt, was that bow was getting pretty heavy over time, especially when you're running around with arrows that weigh 600 grains plus. But that's another question. A lot of y'all ask about the arrows we shoot. There's a million different ways to skin a cat as far as arrows go and weights and all that. As you guys know, we've been shooting the heavier stuff for the last couple years. This is the Sirius Apollo arrow. That's what I shot last year. And it's the same 250 spine. The only thing I'm doing different this year is I went to 4 fletch instead of 3 fletch. So I'll see how that works out. It's got a 100 grain insert in it and a 150 grain point. But Ted and I just shot 200 grain points off this same arrow, and they paper tuned perfect. So I like that option. Now I can take, you know, a 200 grain broadhead and put on here if I don't want to shoot my 150s this year. But we're gonna get her sighted in now, and then we'll go get Ted's bow and run you all through his whole setup. I think she's ready to go, Ted.
Looks like it.
Same way I usually do when I go to their fights. I walk like that. You stood in a line at that round.
That's enough shooting for one day, I think. Let's go get your bow. What'd you have done today, Ted?
Put a new sight on. My other sight was getting wore out on these screws right here where the quiver is held in. So had to put a new sight. It's basically the same sight, but it's got 4 pins instead of 3. My last one had 3 pins. This one has 4. So got a new D-loop put on because it was getting a little iffy.
Yeah.
Had a little tear in it. So
This is a good time of year to come in and get this stuff done.
yeah, now I just got to get some bow wax on this string so I can get that fixed up, ready to go.
Which bow are you shooting?
Shooting species. That's what I've been shooting for the past 2 falls now. Sticking to it. I like it. For the arrows, I got the same ones as Warb's got. It's a 300-inch spine. I don't know what yours is. What's yours?
300 spine.
What did I say?
300 inch.
Oh. I got 300 spine arrows, and there's a Sirius Apollo Archery, same thing that Warb's got. So 4 fletched, same thing. Got them from Ranch Fair. I actually shot 2 bucks with them this fall, so I like them. Heads 125 grain, 100 grain insert, working good.
All right, guys, me and Ted are ready to go. We both got our bows sighted in, ready to go hopefully slay some pigs here in the next couple weeks. But before we leave the shop here, I want to thank Bow Hunters United for helping us out with this video. You can go down below and check out their links in the description to go over to their page and learn more. Also want to thank our buddy Nick and Mark up here at Archery Field and Sports. These guys take care of us all year long, and that's a big reason why we drive an hour and a half to come up here, is because Nick got this thing paper tuned in like 10 minutes. Awesome.
Dialed in.
Dialed in, ready to rock and roll. So thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see y'all in the next one.